I think it is a fantastic piece of equipment. It needs further development, of course, but it is a fantastic piece of equipment. There's no question about it.
The oil swallow is without any doubt a revolutionary piece of design in clearing oil spills, and I think when it is put to use, it will have great advantages for the world's coastlines and the world's sea routes.
Now we have not the solution, but we are near the solution with the oil swallow.
The world has witnessed the consequences of accidental spills and major illegal discharges of oil and chemicals. Major spills, but even minor spills, are subject to public outcry. The environmental effects following a spill are usually disastrous. Until today, an effective way of clearing spills from the surface of water has not been found. Willser, a dynamic and flexible company, specialized in the design, manufacture and installation of fluid systems, auxiliary systems for turbines, and pumping systems for the chemical and oil industry, developed a revolutionary piece of equipment called the oil swallow. William Schuur, managing director and founder of the Willser Company, is the mastermind behind this project.
I've always been interested, very much interested, in how or what to do against water pollution, because I could never understand that it would be impossible for a tanker to have something to clear up their own oil spills after a disaster. And in thinking into that direction, I have been trying to find something that would be beneficial and that could be used for clearing oil spills.
After many years of research and considerable investment, the Willser Company ultimately invented and developed this unique piece of equipment, which will provide the world with a feasible solution for clearing oil and chemical spills. Due to the combination of innovative engineering design and new technologies, the oil swallow overcomes the problems of all previous attempts at clearing spills by its easy-to-handle, fast-in-the-water design.
The oil swallow is a very efficient and simple-to-use unit. Once it's floated on the surface, it's moved backwards and forwards through the spill, and a heavy-duty pump inside the unit sucks in a powerful continuous momentum the spill down into an inner chamber and then away to safe storage. It also has a highly intelligent sensory unit which will gauge the different thicknesses of the spill and vary the gap accordingly.
The advantages of the oil swallow over the current cleaning methods are many and varied.
Well, the oil swallow is very, very easy to use, and it's very, very quick to use. You can have it in the water very, very quickly indeed. But probably the main advantage of it, once it's in the water, is that it operates with an efficiency rate of about 70%, and this compares very favorably with the most efficient alternative unit in present use, which only operates with 12% efficiency.
Shipping is economically and socially very important to the world. The inherent safety and environmental qualities of maritime transport is a significant issue to the European Parliament. Mr. Bertens, member of the European Parliament, believes the oil swallow is a breakthrough in the battle against oil pollution.
I think that the oil swallow is really, it's about to say, the invention of the century in this field. I'm, as a rapporteur for the oil pollution and the battle against oil pollution in the high seas, I must say that is really the thing we were waiting for.
Once the Bertens report from the EEC appeared, I studied this report very thoroughly, And the report was very clear, very specific, and gave us the right impression about the enormous problem the world is faced with today, namely oil pollution and chemical pollution.
When we talk about oil pollution, everybody's thinking about disasters. Big oil tankers, 200,000 tons, 300,000 tons, Shetland Islands, the coast of France. 70% of the pollution comes from just oil spills for normal tankers, normal ships. And that pollution we can tackle with the oil swallow.
The oil swallow has many applications. Due to the relatively compact size and the ease of use, it's possible to station the oil swallow where the need is greatest.
The oil swallow can be built to suit any requirements that are required. It can be built to any size for any application. It is not just restricted to use in the sea. It could be used, for instance, in harbours, in rivers, in tank farms, anywhere where there might be a spillage, and the depth of water is sufficient for a unit to actually float on the surface and actually take away the problem.
The oil swallow is manufactured in high-grade stainless steel in a robust construction to resist fire, explosion, and corrosion. The unit is constructed in a modular way, which allows it to be easily dismantled for transportation and quickly reassembled for use. But is it also stable enough to operate in heavy seas?
Yes, the oil swallow is stable in heavy seas. It has special buoyancy tanks. It also has a conical roof which allows the seawater to actually move across it, and it has stabilizing tanks. In heavy seas, it certainly is the most stable model. Indeed, this is a great advantage over previous models which haven't even been able to put to sea in inclement weather conditions.
I think we must appreciate the existing equipment that is available on the world. But we have developed something which is a better answer to the problems, because they have to suck the oil from the surface while we take the oil below the water surface and control the product. We control the water and we separate, very simple, the oil from the water. We pump the water back where it belongs to, and the oil goes into the, well, as far as I can see it, to an oil bag or back into the tanker. It depends how badly the tanker is damaged.
The revolutionary design of the pumps protects the spill from turbulence and emulsification of any entrained water. The oil swallow can remove very large quantities of oil and chemicals from the surface of the water, therefore the environmental damage can be drastically reduced.
We have to have equipment, and this is an equipment not only can have ashore, but especially on a ship. So it is possible, when this invention really finds its way in that field, that we can have a directive and even a law that any ship, not only oil tankers, that they must have a oil swallow on deck.
It is a necessity to have something, and whether you call it oil swallow or something else, the world need to be relieved from this, ongoing problem of oil pollution. And there's no question about it. One time we will have a disaster of a magnitude that is unknown to us right now. And then you need to have this kind of equipment.
Environmentalists are mostly skeptical when it concerns end-of-pipe technology. But the test reports on the oil swallow even impressed Mr. Schwalbe, director of WorldWatch.
I think it's a brilliant idea, but I have a but, which is understandable. I'm an environmentalist, I'm a co-founder of the German Green Party, a former Green member of the European Parliament. And the but is that this oil swallow is clearly an end-of-pipe technology. But we are not living in the perfect world. We are confronted with the risk now and for the next, I don't know how many years, and therefore it's necessary to have an emergency kit. It's the same when we are flying in an aeroplane. We have a swimming vest there under our seat. Why not having an oil swallow machine on every major tanker and several oil swallow machines in every harbor and along the routes where tankers are going and where it may be, we don't hope so, but it may be that there will be an accident and such an oil swallow machine could serve as an emergency kit.
Apart from the important consideration of environmental cost, the financial cost of the insurance claims against firms for pollution is huge and increasing relentlessly.
If we can be helpful with oil swallows on board of ships and on other critical locations, and we can avoid disasters happening as they have happened before, I think the insurance company should be interested in that, and I think that on the basis of that, of the results, the insurance premiums could be reduced.
I was quite impressed, and I must say, for 3 reasons. It's easy to handle, it's mobile, and it's very cost effective. That means that it's a low price. That's very important. So you can have a directive that any ship has to have a oil swallow aboard.
The oil swallow will provide a viable solution for clearing oil and chemical spills. With its high efficiency rate and affordable price, the oil swallow is guaranteed to succeed where so many other designs have failed.
In my humble opinion, the oil swallow is a fantastic, magnificent piece of equipment. We have all the disciplines in-house to master a project like this. And, well, I think we are very proud of that.
The oil swallow, a breakthrough for the world.